Morning, everybody. So, welcome to Blacksad, part 3. Welcome to the Sunday service, 417 of the episode. And welcome to where we left off pretty much last week, where we were in the office and we were going to look at the ransacked office of the lady here.
Had you already finished looking through these papers?
I wish.
Well, I guess you'll enjoy sorting all this again.
As we are looking around and seeing the trashed office and see whether anything was found interesting.
What are you doing?
Do you like sardines?
Excuse me?
Do you like sardines?
Ugh.
Oh, we have clues. 4 deductions we can do. Right, okay. I think we were getting close with that. Where was it? Where was it? Where was it? There we go.
That cunning son of a bitch. O'Leary threatened Stone with ruining Moore's career so that he'll take a dive against Yale.
See, the dive bit, I was right. Okay.
Maybe O'Leary accidentally caused the death of Yale's father. So now he tries to make up for it by secretly helping advance his career?
Of course, definitely Yale's father now rigs his fight to keep. we got two bits here. What would they be? Yo's place.
No, the footprints don't match. Or if O'Leary killed Dunn, he did it without stepping in the paint, or in different shoes.
We're getting deductions for it this morning. Okay. There we go. Got it.
It's pretty clear that Helen Moore's cigarette case was a gift from O'Leary.
These deduction bits are coming freaking fast this morning, I tell you.
If she's still in love, why does she claim she hates him? What is she hiding?
Excellent question.
Not that I suspected otherwise, but it's obvious they weren't looking for money. Looks like the burglar isn't interested in bureaucracy.
Did they take anything?
No, although... When you went in the hospital room to get your purse,
Morning,
did you
Punisher.
get the gun as well?
Yes. Isn't it there? I put it back. I'd rather not go through that again.
That's too bad. It looks like they took it.
How you doing, dude? Not too bad. That's good. Good. For nice for Sunday morning.
Bingo.
What is it?
Nothing. Just a freshly signed contract. Is this yours?
I think it belongs to the new cleaning lady. Mary just wasn't working out, so she left.
Clarice Freeman?
Yeah, he is, isn't
You
he?
think she did this?
Oh, we're going to go back to the diner. Ms. Purnell needs some explaining to do. How you doing, Con? You right, mate? about to go down the stairs. Yeah, it's not wanting me to go down the stairs. Why are you not wanting me to go down the stairs? That'll be why. So she ran up them.
Wait here, please.
So she came in to clean. Caught the person robbing the place. And she got shot in the back.
Could be a knife wound. The murder was brutal.
Actually, yeah, not shot. Yeah, that's...
Ah, damn.
Oh my lord! Oh my lord, they're gonna get shot, killed, or knifed. Poor innocent lady.
I can just picture her saying, "Honey, I found a job. We're finally gonna make ends meet." I want you to call the police, Sonia, and then go straight to a friend's house. Don't even think about going home, and definitely don't come back here.
I'm staying at a friend's house. I haven't even set foot in my father's place yet.
Good. Do you have the keys? If the murderer didn't find what he was looking for, that might be his next stop, if he hasn't been there yet.
I think we were just thinking that, chat, weren't we? But I hope you're enjoying your weekend so far.
For once I had the keys to the place, which meant I wouldn't have to use my lockpicks or... Oh.
Be on there then. So the new Beetlejuice. Oh, is it good? Is it any good? Why would the chain be on?
It doesn't look like anyone picked the lock.
They didn't. They had put the chain on it and then left probably via the fire escape. Oh, we got a sticker.
course. Now I see how Dunn bought the apartment he was going to share with Mary. This place has to be empty in 2 weeks for the new owners. I wonder if Sonia knows about this. Sardines. It's been open for a few hours.
So you like sardines, eh? Yay! We're getting all these stickers, but they're not actually fitting together. Another deduction time. Right, okay.
It's pretty clear that the burglar came by the house before heading to the gym, which means he probably didn't find what he was looking for in here. Ready-made meals on airplane trays in front of the TV. Who would have thought we'd end up eating like this? Dunn died 4 days ago, and that lettuce still looks okay.
Someone's been using this place before. Or after, really, isn't it? But who's the killer?
I seem to recall Fitz Randolph being a boxer, but who knows?
Remember to hydrate this morning?
It looks like Dunn had already begun to move his things.
It was done, but is it dusted? The Babu.
Dunn? Thorpe? No idea. And these two, they look familiar.
Wait, isn't that the lizard doctor? Wasn't that the lizard doctor?
It's hard to believe that a pair of boxing fists could play something like this, although I'm sure he had the lungs for it.
Sure that was the lizard doctor. Oh, we've got another sticker. Hey, we got one. There we go. It took a while, but finally. Okay, let's have a look elsewhere. Let's have a look in his bedroom.
Elaine. I think that was Dunn's wife's name, according to Jake.
Okay.
Wow. Could Dunn really afford such luxuries? Or did he only want to impress Mary?
What, you know what they say? There is just something about Mary. Hey, we're starting to get picked, stickers actually, being joined up. That's where the killer left.
Is this how he got in?
That's how he got out.
You still looked at her every morning? So many years later, with a new love? Maybe we don't need to forget. Maybe pain just transforms into, I don't know, something.
Well, it's made by God does. No. Where?
This is too private.
Yeah, every other time they're just mediocre or slightly above average.
Another empty closet.
No skeletons. Oh.
Could this be the origin of Sonia's interest in business management?
Probably.
One of the very few teen idols who only got better with age.
Oh, it can't be a coincidence, surely.
What's this doing here? No matter how hard I look, I'm not getting anywhere. I need to talk with Sonia, and maybe with her uncle Tim.
Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
It brings back, I don't know.
Bad memories?
A pessimist, are we? It's like remembering the last day of summer. Scenes full of joy, picturesque landscapes, and yet the light is faint and the air is still, the calm before the storm.
I know that feeling.
I figured that much. I can see it in your eyes. We met in the Army. We were all professional athletes. They called us the Olympic Five.
Who's the guy on the right?
Angus Mitchell, our combat medic, and a doctor with the New York Warriors. It was Spanow who got him assigned to our platoon.
Hey, isn't that Craig Spano? The guy on the Morley's billboards?
Yes, indeed. Our captain. He was the oldest, after all, and star of the New York Warriors. He was an orphan, you know. But he loved the sport so much that he said baseball was his family. He was the one who had Mitchell assigned to our platoon.
Was Dunn already boxing?
Yes, he was. I had already seen him fight before I even met him. He was as humble in the ring as he was in life. He'd always let his rivals take the initiative. I remember how he barely dodged the blows. If you didn't look at his feet, it seemed like he wasn't even moving. And the footwork, pure dancing. You could almost hear the music. The song would play until his opponent was exhausted. Then came the drum roll, followed by Dunn's victory by KO.
Who's the guy on the left?
Ah, Viktor Sukovsky, the athlete. You've probably heard of his medals.
Morning, Michael. How you doing, man?
What about you?
I had just signed with the Milestones. I hadn't even played my first game, but people said I had a bright future ahead of me.
And you did. The cop at the hospital sure seemed happy to be the proud owner of a Tim Ironarm Thorpe autograph.
Who would have thought that I'd end up becoming Tim Iron Legs Thorpe?
What happened?
I fought the Nazis for 2 years, up there in the sky, over Europe.
I feel strangely
And
tired.
I never set foot in a
Don't know
field
why.
hospital. 3 years
I've
later,
had some
I
good
crossed the
sleep.
street without looking. And look at me now.
What happened to all of them?
Zhukovsky died the same day they injured Dunn. Dunn received an honorable discharge and came home. He quit boxing and opened his gym. Mitchell was redeployed to a field hospital. Spano and I continued in the same unit, but nothing was ever the same. You see what I meant with the last day of summer. And after the war, well, who the hell cares?
I do. What happened to Mitchell after the war?
Mitchell? Who knows? We lost touch. I hope he's doing well.
I think
I'll
I
address
saw
that in
Mitchell
a few
not too long
moments.
ago, but I can't remember where.
Seriously? Please try to remember. I'd love to hear from him again.
I'll do my best. What happened to Spano?
Well, you've seen the billboards. He made it big time. When I was forced to retire, I got him some advertising deals. That's how I founded this agency. But then, something happened to him. He became sullen. He fell out of shape, and slowly but surely lost touch with reality. He withdrew from public life and broke off our friendship. Haven't heard from him in, 3 years? And believe me, I've tried to contact him.
You think Spano might have been involved in Dunn's death?
Spano? No way. He and Dunn were always... Well, Spano's changed so much that it's hard to say. Allow me to double your wage. You have to find the murderer. Maybe Dunn stayed in touch with Mitchell or Spano. Maybe even with both. But he never told me anything. Maybe Sonia knows.
I doubt it. But that's not the only question I've got for her. May I?
So what animals would you have as pilots then, Corn? Yeah, because that's the main basis of the argument is it's all animals. I don't think you did good research on what animal would be was in the squad at the time of this.
No, she's not here. Who's calling?
Where is she?
Why is there not a crime scene there?
You know, it's dangerous.
Have you ever wished you'd never been born?
What? Many times. Too many.
Then we're both in the same boat. The first time was right after moving to New York. I hated my mother. She was the reason we moved from the countryside and the smell of freshly mowed grass to this dirty city and the smell of medicine. Her medicine. The second
so they
time
get the terms of the
was
armed forces
after
mixed
she
up.
died.
Fair enough.
I hated myself for having hated her before, for not having loved her enough. The third time was when my father shut himself off. I hated him for that, for abandoning me, for giving in to the booze. Now he's dead, so take a guess.
You hate yourself for having hated him.
Yes, but that's not the worst of it. The problem is I don't know how to live without hating him. Over the last few years, Everything I've done was meant to push my father far away. To avoid being like him. To avoid making his same mistakes. Without him, I just don't know who I am. And you won't even let me hate Bobby, which might actually help me.
The more you hate, the worse you feel.
You think I don't know that? I need someone to blame. Without that someone, I have only myself to hate.
I'll find the person who did this. I promise.
Let me have my doubts. Although, you've already come so far. I'm sorry I haven't been a little more grateful.
In any case, you shouldn't hate yourself. You are... No, you have such good qualities. You're as smart as you are kind.
That's what my father used to say. Why would you think that?
You try too hard to hide the latter. But I'm a detective.
Anyway, can we just drop the subject? Did you go to my father's apartment?
Yes, the thief went there before coming to the gym, which leads me to believe he didn't find what he was looking for.
And what was he looking for?
That's what I intend to find out, with your help. I found a picture taken during the war.
The Olympic Five.
Did you meet any of them, besides your father and uncle?
Well, Uncle Tim actually isn't my uncle.
No?
He and my father loved each other like brothers. Did he tell you that he saved his life?
Thorpe saved your father?
They were flying over Brittany in a 3-unit fighter plane. Zukovsky was the pilot, my father was the co-pilot, and my uncle manned the machine gun. Suddenly, enemy fire killed Zukovsky and injured my father, which is why he never boxed again. My uncle jumped out of the gun turret, ran to the cockpit, and managed to pilot the plane to safety. Oh, the times my father told me that story. And now...
Did you ever meet Spano? What can you tell me about him?
I think I saw him once, but I was just a little girl. I think my uncle turned him into a star. That was a long time ago.
I found a baseball glove with Spano's autograph in your room.
Oh, I've never seen it. My father must have put it there, although I don't remember him having a signed glove.
What do we reckon it's the fake doctor?
Did you ever meet Mitchell, the doctor?
Mitchell? The lizard? No, never. Why?
Oh, nothing. I think I've seen him somewhere. Your father sold his apartment. The new owners move in 2 weeks.
What?
I'm sorry. I think he used the money to buy a new place with Mary Purnell. You'll have to talk to her sooner or later.
My father. Even now, he finds new ways to make me hate him.
I saw your old room.
That's embarrassing. Stop, or I'll end up hating you.
I'm also a fan of Frank Papalia.
Oh, yeah, the poster. I only liked him because my father thought he was too modern.
Did the abacus inspire you to dabble in finances?
The most useful gift anybody has ever given me.
A gift from your Uncle Tim?
He used to say that in this day and age, a woman should know how to count. My father didn't agree, but he didn't oppose it either. People thought he was a liberal because of his attitude towards racial issues. But at home, things were different.
It's odd that there are practically no toys or memories of your childhood in the room, except for a small music box.
That box? It might just be my last happy memory. It's from before my mother got sick and we moved here.
They've certainly started adding this stuff, didn't they?
I loved reading stories about pirates. So my father drew a treasure map for me. I searched the whole house, one clue at a time. It led me to this enormous tree in the yard where Daddy had put up a tire swing.
Oh God, let's hope it wasn't a red seed.
X marks the spot, so I dug to find my treasure. I loved the music it played, the ballerina, and the little secret compartment. Oh, the secrets I kept in there.
I think it's the first time I heard you call your father Daddy.
Really?
Your dad had great taste in music.
So, better taste than I had as a child?
Well, now you've put me on the spot.
You don't know how happy that makes me.
Are you cold?
A little. Maybe I should go. Anyway. Thanks for the company.
I knew I was looking at a solution, but what exactly needed solving?
Right, okay. Yeah. It's not anywhere near a shower, so that's why you're not interested. Wait, no, wait. Picture the tree.
Maybe Dunn used the same hiding place once more. I'll never understand why detectives and criminals bluster while they fight each other in the pictures. What a waste of breath, focus, and energy. It's not the lack of credibility in the screenplay that bothers me.
Oh, bollocks. I pressed the wrong button there.
To be fair, reality bothers me much more.
I pressed the wrong button there.
I'll never understand why detectives and criminals bluster while they fight each other in the pictures. What a waste of breath, focus, and
So hello,
energy.
Anteater. Boink. I love the boink.
It's not the lack of credibility in the screenplay that bothers me. Plus, it's actually pretty handy. When a crook talks to you in the middle of a fight, you know you're up against a rookie. And if he doesn't even say, "Help me, please,"
Another beating. Oops. Sorry, I just took the trash out.
What did they say?
nothing serious. I lost another one of my 9 lives. Oh, this hurts.
Got many left?
I'm in the red. You hasn't woken up yet?
Nope. We're gonna be here a while. Vulpine, 7 letters.
Crafty?
C-R-A-F. No, that's 6.
Right. Are we saying he's the thief? So why are we doing this again then? Yeah, very. Was he in the gym though? And I mean at the time.
Wait, I know. Vulpine, 7 letters. Cunning. What are you looking for?
Nothing. Will he live?
He'll live.
So what have you found out?
Randall Lee. Apparently in love with our penitentiary system, judging by the frequency of his visits. Theft, assault, extortion. You know, minor things of the sort.
Any partners?
Always works alone. He's never ratted out his employers, provided they exist. Did you find anything? Is this our man? Do you have proof?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Looks like we know who tore his pants following Clarice Freeman up to the rooftop.
Salty anteater.
His pants have a tear in them. I found a piece of that same fabric at the gym, on the stairs that lead to the rooftop where we found the second body.
Makes sense, but how many pairs of ripped pants are walking around New York City? I don't call that evidence.
Salty ants. Now keep doing that, don't I?
The guy who broke into the gym in Dunn's place has a thing for sardines. Did you smell his breath?
Right, because there's only one sardine fanatic on this side of the Hudson. I need something more.
Damn. Right, okay. She's in the same document. There we go. Last one, Gordon.
I saw footprints from those very same shoes next to both the gym murders.
Unless you're telling me that shoe is a limited edition, I'm gonna need something else.
One of the thugs that attacked me the other night had a snout just like his.
I'm sorry, but you can't incriminate someone based solely on species. What else you got?
What more do you need? I've given you 4 pieces of evidence.
None of which are conclusive.
He tried to throw me off the rooftop.
Yeah, you're right, I'm sorry. He's our man.
No, he's not our man.
Make up your mind.
He's just a puppet. Someone is pulling his strings.
Could it be Yale?
I'm starting to have my doubts. Maybe I dismissed him too soon. By the way, was he discharged? His room is empty.
They let him out yesterday. He's in police custody now. You can tell he's an athlete. Made quite the comeback. Anyone else would have taken 10 times as long. Anyway, he better be fine. You know they've ordered me to escort him to Madison Square Garden on the day of the fight.
That's the first I hear of it.
Quick, what do you want? Good cop or bad cop?
I'm the bad guy.
Yeah, you get to be bad cop.
Good thing someone took out the trash.
Good morning, Mr. Lee. I assume you're aware that you're about to be accused of murder, and that thanks to the witness testimonies of Mr. Blacksad and Miss Dunn, your future's not looking too good.
Go to hell, you dog. If I choked you with a pillow, nobody would know. You should already be dead.
Blacksad, stay out of this. Remember who's the cop here. Maybe we can offer you a deal. We know someone hired you to kill Joe Dunn and Clarice Freeman. What do you have to say?
I'll call your bluff. You ain't got nothing. Your friend the Hellhorse doesn't seem to feel that way. Although I'm afraid he won't be talking anymore.
Shut up, or I'll kick you out. If you tell us who hired you, we'll help you.
What can you offer me? We could significantly reduce your sentence. I could testify that you helped me on the rooftop. You're pathetic. Is that why you never got in the police force, Blacksad? Did you fail the good cop, bad cop test? I won't say a word. And believe me, you stand to lose. Care for a piece of advice? If I were you, I'd fear for my life. I'm afraid that... Whoa! Watch out!
Oh shit! I pressed that. I fucking pressed it.
I'm afraid that... Whoa! Watch out!
Well, no, he wasn't a murderer. You're there.
Luckily, Smirnov's wound wasn't as bad as Randall's. Unfortunately, the police found nothing on the nearby rooftops. Our best shot at finding the killer was gone, so I went back to my previous lead.
Welp.
It's from before my mother got sick and we moved here. I loved reading stories about pirates, so my father drew a treasure map for me. I searched the whole house, one clue at a time. It led me to this enormous tree in the yard where Daddy had put up a tire swing.
Tree. Oh, hang on. Ooh, secret compartment. Yo, delay D and who? Hello?
Bing bang!
Hello, Smirnoff residence.
You're
Blacksad
dead!
here.
No, I got you with my lasso!
Can you quiet down, kids?
Dunn got killed for stirring the hornet's nest.
And you confessed your crime!
Kids, please.
He'd been investigating athletes for months, including Helen Moore and Al Stone, among others. Dunn's notes aren't all that clear, and I'm not sure what he was after. But I'd say we're facing a widespread corruption case.
Well, if you're right, that could be some dangerous evidence. Bring it here ASAP.
Sure, but there's something important that I need to finish first.
Yeah, see, he found out the mob boss was doing bets, illegal gambling, and the fight was going to be thrown. And that's why he was killed.
I wanted to follow a certain lead on my own before Smirnov had the chance to see anything.
But yeah, you like away, Michael.
According to his notebook, Dunn had seen Craig Spano at Sam's Diner just 4 days before his death.
Get out of here, pussy!
How is Mary?
Playing the sad little victim at home. And here I am, up to my neck! What the hell do you care, anyway? Beat it!
It might have been easier to slap the information out of him, but I decided to trust in a universal truth. Everyone is guilty of something. You don't know who I am, right?
Don't know and don't care! Come on, spit it out!
I'm John H. Blackmore, Public Health Inspector.
Oh, yeah, right. There are some real freaks around here, so I have to be firm, you know? Have you eaten? Dinner's on the house.
After you answer my questions.
Sure, go ahead. Your call. Always at your disposal, Inspector. Ask away.
Fear turned him soft and made him talk. Sure enough, Dunn had been there a few days back with a chimpanzee who matched Spano's description. Apparently, the guy still lived with his father. Dunn said he couldn't stay there a day more. For the time being, he would move into his place.
Wait a minute. What does Public Health Services have to do with that chimp?
The chimp died of food poisoning,
But wait! He didn't even eat!
which is even worse. Dunn had taken Spano to his place. I wanted to believe that when Randall Lee broke into the apartment, Spano fled to his former address. But where could that be?
Wow, right first time.
I gotcha. If the living have rich and poor neighborhoods, so do the dead. In the mid-19th century, Greenwood became the resting place to the city's most distinguished citizens. Thinkers, scientists, writers, inventors, artists, businessmen, politicians, police officers, thieves, pimps, and murderers. Here lie the bodies of the soulless minds that raised New York from the ground up. Now you know where to go to become somebody in the Big Apple.
Right, so where are we looking at? Are we going to see Morgan around with his with tag, the Undertaker, Gravedigger person? And babe. Is on there? No. But where?
I've never trusted angels. When they fall, all hell breaks loose.
Good point. Ah.
According to the book I found at Dunn's place, fans of the sport leave baseballs on Broderick's tomb to pay their respects.
doing, in a way. Right, so we're not going to get past those flowery bits, are we? Let's be honest here. Yeah, the music's awesome. And just like that, the music stops. Is that something? It is something on the floor.
If this had been here over 30 minutes, it'd be covered in ants.
The champies. Welcome back, dude. Welcome back. We're now in a graveyard. So what we're searching for, don't know, because we looked at the baseball guy's grave. But we found nothing. Oh, we found an empty, an empty sweet packet. Apart from that, so far, nothing else. Aha. Who put a sticker on a gravestone?
A Celtic cross. Supposedly, the ring keeps the devil at bay by reflecting the sunlight. Really handy at this time of the day.
Ah, baseball. Okay. So we picked up a baseball. And okay, the game froze. Come on, Blacksad, do something. That was weird. It's just like you went, ooh, baseball. Better. Aha. Yeah. The game will remember this.
It'd be even better with a skull between the bats.
Anything else we could do here? Or was that it? Was that what we were supposed to do? We were supposed to just find that clue on the baseball. I think it was, actually. I think that's what it was. We were supposed to just do that. Yeah, I think we're done here. Because there's nothing else I see here that we need to do. Unless, obviously, we're missing something and it's not going to progress with the story until I do something. Ooh, okay.
The 4 bases guarding their father.
Is that it? Because I can't put anything else down. I can't pick anything up from here. We got the baseball. So what do we do? What on earth is that? It sucks that he's having antibiotics.
O'Leary wouldn't have sent Randall to
It's a
kill
really,
Dunn.
really bad virus
He would
then.
have dragged him to his basement, given him his little speech, and then killed him himself.
Because I can't say I've heard of it. O'Leary has nothing to do with Dunn's death.
Mitchell, who fought with Dunn during the war, tried
it's
to
an
pass as
infection,
Yale's
okay.
doctor.
I was right. Well, that about the doctor thing, not the infection virus thing. Oof, yeah, that doesn't sound pleasant. Okay, so what we... Aha!
Still hot.
You've been here recently. Yeah, I mean, I've heard of similar stuff. Glad he's getting treated though, dude.
I found a baseball glove at Joe Dunn's place. A glove signed by a great star. I couldn't believe my luck. Joe Dunn met with someone at the diner, close to his gym. Then he took that person to his house, so that he didn't have to live at the cemetery. I would have never guessed the person's identity. I'm investigating a case of sports corruption. I think a considerable amount of athletes are involved, both current celebrities and former stars.
Ah, okay.
Marley's are the absolute worst.
Who are you?
I'm John Blacksad, private investigator.
How's Joe?
One question at a time. It's my turn.
Your turn.
Why did you meet with Joe Dunn?
Because he was looking for me. He came here one morning, but I was too embarrassed to come down. Because he left a baseball with his initials on by the tombstone. Sam's Diner, tomorrow, 12:30 a.m. Because he knew they want to kill me.
What did he want from you? And who wants to kill you?
One question at a time. How's Joe?
What would happen if I told him the truth? Would he lose it? Could I take that chance? Joe Dunn is dead. Murdered.
I told you, Joe. How did it happen?
One question at a time. My turn.
Yep. He wants to play these rules. We'll play them that way.
Why did you meet with Joe Dunn?
Because he thought that the same guy who wrecked my career was ruining many others. Because he wanted me to tell him who was behind my decline. Because Joe knew the same guy would go after him too. And he was right. Our old friend, the surgeon.
Surgeon.
Is Mitchell the surgeon? Is he the
I
person
really like
behind
him.
all of this? That surgeon you mentioned, is he...
My turn.
As a detective story, I
wanna
really like
know
it. There are
why
some
I should
moments
trust
that are
you.
a bit close to the knuckle with prohibition and stuff, but you know, that was the time period.
Do it for Joe Dunn, our common friend. It's my turn. That surgeon that you mentioned, is he in this photo I got here? Ow! Hey!
Strike one. Kid's gone.
Hey, that toss was...
We were both right.
Both my ear and my self-esteem would hurt for days. But at least I had a new lead to follow. The surgeon. The bastard had avoided my scrutiny by passing as a hospital doctor. But now, all of my senses were on guard. No matter how good the disguise, or how well he hid, I would find him.
But yeah, it's a nice change of pace as well.
So, what you're saying is, one, there's a corruption scandal involving all kinds of athletes. Two, our puppet master is a surgeon named Mitchell, a man who happened to fight in the war with Dunn, right?
Every lead I've found points to him.
Anyway, where was I? Number 3, right? 3. Since Dunn was on his trail, Mitchell hired an anteater to get rid of him. Then, since you were also shaking the wasp's nest, he went after you. But the anteater made a mistake, and Mitchell killed him to cover his own tracks. And Wait. 4. The key to all this lies with a common friend of Dunn's and Mitchell's, Craig Spenow. Do you really trust him?
Yeah, it's something they could have tried to actually sort.
I think he didn't lie to us. Although he might not know the whole truth.
4. No, 5. Dunn was murdered 4 days after taking Speno to his house. If that doesn't make him suspect, makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, it could make sense.
Ha! Who's the detective now? Let's follow up with the suspects. You told Smirnoff that you're starting to have second thoughts about Yale's innocence. But what about O'Leary? 6.
Nah, I know O'Leary, and he wouldn't have sent a hitman. He would have taken matters into his own hands.
What about Cassidy? 7, right?
Cassidy. Yeah, I've got one of those. I think on the Vita. I believe it's one of those anyway. No, so it's got to be the Anteater. So what are we looking at? No. But it's not those. Well, not those two together anyway. Yale's shoes do not match the footprints of the gym. Any ideas, people? I'm gonna have to brute force this then, probably. Right, so we know it's not the anteater killed Joe Dunn and Clarice. It's not this so far. Right, so we know it's not the top, these three together. No, it's not those four. There we go.
I think it's safe to rule out Cassidy as Dunn's murderer. He seems too impulsive to have planned such a twisted crime. Whoever planned the whole thing knew the suicide theory would fall through, so he manipulated the clues to incriminate Yale. Cassidy is too impulsive to pull off such an intricate plan.
So, you're right. Mitchell is the one pulling the strings. And you know why? Because in novels, the murderer is always someone the detective knows from the beginning.
Well, that could be the case in British novels. You know, where everyone in the mansion where the murder took place is a suspect. But this might just be an American whodunit, where the detective doesn't even meet the culprit until the last scene.
You mean we still don't know who's pulling the strings?
I didn't say that. How did it go with Helen Moore?
I didn't get anything, even though it started out really well. I asked to interview her along with her boyfriend, Al Stone. Since I'm a big shot, they were happy to oblige. Perfect. Now, time for the interview. I'll go back and forth so you don't get bored. So, who goes first?
Ask Helen.
Here's one for Helen. Dating a boxer can be dangerous. Aren't you afraid that those blows to the head will take a toll on his intellectual capacity?
Honey, take a look at my man and then look at yourself. You really think I'm with him because of his intellectual capacity?
Helen!
Write this down. Nothing will change my man. His smarts, manliness, and integrity are all boxing proof.
Okay, now. Here's a question for Al. Are you ever jealous about sharing your sweetheart with America?
Yeah,
Nonsense.
Soft
America
balls
has
first.
my smile, my figure, and my patriotic love. Everything else, and I mean everything, belongs to Al. Right, baby?
Yeah, that's right.
Moving on. Time for a picture.
How should we pose?
Okay, how about a hug? I want to feel the love. You're the envy of all America. Now what? Okay, Helen. Can you tell us how much Champies pays you to endorse them?
Sure, honey. They pay me much more than I'd ask them for. In fact, Champies is so delightfully delicious that I'd even do it for free. Does that answer your question?
No.
Nonsense. We both know it does.
Okay, one more question. And
Al, honey, can you answer it? I've got to go say hi to a fan. I'll be right back, Mr. Pulitzer.
Wait. You mean she stopped smiling when that fan showed up?
yeah.
Could you describe him for me?
I'll be able to show you something as soon as I'm done developing these pictures. And actually, I thought it was odd too. So while I continued to interview Stone, I managed to take some pictures of Moore and whoever her mysterious fan was. All right, so
development.
where were we? Your manager is Frank Cassidy, president of the Boxing Managers Association of New York. According to him, only boxers working with member managers should be allowed to compete. What do you think about that?
Cassidy is a great manager, really. No complaints there. And the work he's putting in as president of the association is really valuable. But, I don't know, maybe in this case, Joe Dunn was right. Wait, no. Could you keep that last comment off the record? You know, on the down low.
My lips are sealed.
So Stone is afraid of...
In just 12 days, the contender will try to steal your belt. Any thoughts on your fight against Yale?
Well, supposedly the odds are in my favor, but there's no such thing as a weak rival. And, you know, Bobby Yale might be young and going through a rough patch, but he's had an amazing streak, so I'll do my best.
Okay.
Let's get that picture taken. Let's see what you think about this. Close your eyes and rest your chin on your fist. The boxing thinker.
Like these?
Exactly. Wait, I accidentally moved. Stand still. I'll take another one. What's with me today? Don't move, please. Now we got it. Should we keep at it? I'm going to take one more, all right? Turn around and show me those biceps from behind.
Like that?
That's it. What's up with me? Stand still. I'll take it again. I can't seem to get it right. Don't move.
So who is that person?
It's about time. Finally, we're all set.
Wait. So, are you telling me the photos are developed? Or is that what you said to Stone?
Both. Just look. How much do you think each bicep weighs?
A lot. But less than your tongue.
You're hilarious.
Who's that guy?
I know he's not a fan. You should have seen her face when she saw him.
Who's that guy?
I know he's not a fan. You should have seen her face when she saw him. How much do you think each bicep weighs?
A lot. But less than your tongue.
You're hilarious.
Who's that guy?
I know he's not a fan.
Why are you stuck
You
on
should have
this?
seen her face when she saw him.
Oh, that's why.
Can't you just see the love?
I'm not so sure, to be honest. Love is not subservience. Look at his hand. Is he pulling something out of Moore's purse? Or putting it in?
Put it in.
That's a decent picture, but it doesn't tell the truth.
Huh? Of course it's the truth. I was there.
Stone isn't as strong as he looks, and Moore certainly doesn't need him to lift her up.
The bulldog.
I think she only smokes when she's nervous. What was making her nervous?
I think that's one of the other
I
five.
think she only smokes when she's nervous. What was making her nervous? The boxing thinker, the boxing poet. Boxing just might turn out to be the intellectual sport of choice.
Can't you just see the love?
I'm not so sure, to be honest. Love is not subservience.
It's one of the five.
Wait, that's him.
Who?
The
Mitchell,
surgeon.
the surgeon.
Seriously? We got him.
Not yet. I've seen that matchbox before.
Focus, Blacksad. We need to figure out how to find that Mitchell guy. Hey, pal. Did you hear what I just said? We need to keep looking at all those pictures. We need a clue that'll take us to Mitchell. Hey, see? There. Just like I was saying.
That damn lizard.
Brawls aren't even the worst part of my job. Sure, you may take a beating, but at least you get the chance to defend yourself. But when you're sitting in your car all night, there's no way out.
I guess you could say it's a sad reveal.
Your legs cramp up.
When we can
your
find
back
him,
and
yeah.
neck feels stiff. Your entire body aches to be somewhere else. It's boring and repetitive. People were finally leaving the place. The bar was about to close. And I hadn't seen Mitchell go in or out. I had no choice.
Guess we're going in.
I see you took me up on my invitation. And you're smart. You knew not to come until my anti-fur regulars had all cleared out.
I can't say no to good advice.
Or good bourbon.
This guy from the poker game. While we were the Texan.
Here's looking at you, Mr. What was your name?
As far as I knew, La Iguana always stayed neutral. He played poker with Cassidy, but his joint was used as a gambling drop-off for O'Leary's operation. Did it make sense to keep faking it? Or was it too dangerous not to?
Farnham. Howard M. Farnham II.
That's right. Howard Farnham from Ding Dong, Texas. You're natural. That sure beats your poker game.
This here's much easier. No cheating.
You barely flinched when Cassidy decided to teach that ego a lesson.
What do you want a fella to say? Between you and me, partner, this ain't my first showdown. We all got our own lethal barber.
Damn it.
Well, nobody's perfect. Tell me, what do you really want with Cassidy? I can't say it's clear to me.
I'm looking to start a boxing managers association in Texas. I could really use Cassidy's know-how.
Don't worry about it. I was only curious. So, what about me? What do you want from me? No one comes to La Iguana just to drink and play pool.
I'm here looking for a regular of yours, Dr. Angus Mitchell.
What for?
I know he's got his own sport business, and I think a partnership would be profitable for the both of us.
Sure. Tell you what, I'll talk to Mitchell. Come back tomorrow night.
You don't understand. I have to talk to him, or else.
Or else what?
You'd be losing your chance to make a pretty penny. I know how to reward my allies.
You think I'd spend my time in this dump if all I cared about was the money? Please, cut the crap. Anything else?
I don't think Cassidy would be too happy about the role this here dump plays in old Leary's gambling operation. You follow me?
Son of a bitch. All right. Give me your phone number, and I'll give you a call when Mitchell shows up.
No. You're gonna call him right now, and you're gonna give him this message. But when you're sitting in your car all night, there's no way out. Your legs cramp up, your back and neck feel stiff, your entire body aches to be somewhere else. It's boring and repetitive. It's so bad that your thoughts spiral in a never-ending loop.
We got him.
Like when you're stuck in your car, on surveillance duty. The owner of La Iguana was supposed to tell Mitchell that a certain anteater was still alive, and that it was only a matter of time before he ratted him out. With a bit of luck, that would make him nervous enough to force his hand. Now all I had to do was follow him.
Well, I mean, we found him at least. Now to put the screws on them. So I'm also just letting the story just soak in rather than be all over it. Some more of a member of the street gang. Briefcase.
He went in without it. I wonder what's in it.
Money or gambling receipts, I'm guessing.
We'll be just fine, don't worry. Gil, stand guard right here. If the cat shows up, you know what to do. I'll be back in an hour.
So you just wait for him to turn around and then pop him. It's a Magnum as well.
Could I take him by surprise from over there? Although I don't know how I'd get there.
Oh, we got about 10 minutes. Oh, can we do this? Oh, hang on. Right. But if this deduction doesn't take long, we can do.
Of course, he's Randall Lee's partner. I should be careful. When they gave me a beating, I could see he was kinda trigger happy.
Yeah, because that was the one in the shadows. If you remember the shadows, there was one with a gun and one with a knife. The one with the knife was the anti-hero. It's all coming together. So I can't go up the stairs. I thought we could go up the stairs. I thought we could go up the stairs there, but no. Can't go into that way. It would be, wouldn't it? It would be so easy to just do it and then go and jump across, but apparently not. Why have it that easy, eh? Not even down that way. So it is past the stairs then. So you got bits to climb here. Okay, so it just lets us wander off that way. Where you taking me, game? Where are you taking us, game? I mean, it looks like there's going to be something over here then. Probably another sticker or something. Yes, let's use something that makes much more noise. we going the right way? We are. So don't make the noise.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
Yep. Let's go up the ladder. We were going to go up the ladder anyway, weren't we? See if there's anything over here first. Nope.
I did mess up a guy's face with an extinguisher once, but this kind is too heavy for my current needs.
Now, is there a hole in the roof? It didn't look like we're going that way. Okay, where are we going then, game? Get a sticker. That's what we're going to do. Take the gun. You should have been luckier than that. He was wearing horseshoes. Yeah, flat him. Gave him a right protective shield into the face.
What does this place have to hide?
Beat someone up for once. Yeah, about time we actually did the beating, eh? Oh, we can go up there, have a look. Or we could go back down first of all.
It could be an Ojibwa totem pole, in which case, the top animal would be a crane.
We don't need to look at that then. Oh, hang on.
If I'm not mistaken, these are incense sticks, used in cleansing rituals. A dream catcher. It's supposed to protect children during the night, trapping all evil in its spider web.
Okay, so I've seen that. Let's go back down and into the office. Ooh, another sticker, hang on. Can't forget those stickers if you find them.
According to this, the warehouse belonged to a Canadian import company.
Well, that's the door out. We don't need that yet. Another sticker.
Will I need help? Who would I call?
Smear that off and put them on ice.
Pier 36. Meet me in an hour.
Blacksad.
If you're coming from Montgomery, it's the 6th sea-facing warehouse.
What's going on?
And bring the cavalry.
Yeah, more or less. So, what are we looking for in here that we haven't found? Apart from evidence, you know. Need a key for that first. Again, same thing, need a key.
Don't you even think of screaming.
I might not even talk.
So you don't need to talk first of all.
It looks like an arrowhead.
Right, okay, so
Everything seems to prove that Gil is a Native American, and I'm almost sure that the woman in the picture is his mother. You know who'll always believe in you? Your mother. My mother never lost her faith in me. And I gave her plenty of reasons when I was a kid. I spent more time in detention than in the classroom. I was a big cat, so I always took it out on the little guys. Somehow my mother managed to keep me in school until I got into college. But I never gave her reasons to believe in me then either. I rarely went to class my freshman year. Obviously, I was never a sophomore. Then Pearl Harbor happened. I got drafted and sent to Europe. I never knew how to follow orders. They sent me back home with a dishonorable discharge. But when I got back, I was treated like a pariah, a veteran outcast who never should have come back in the first place. And yet, my mother never ceased to...
I also fought in the war. That's where I met Mitchell. They used me, like many of my people. And then they just tossed us aside. The first time Mitchell offered me to do this, I told him to take a hike. I wanted to get my act together, but I ended up begging him. I don't like Mitchell. I don't like the things he makes me do. I don't like that German rat either. But what I like least of all is myself. I don't like what I did during the war, and I don't like what I'm doing now. Do you know what it's like to kill a friend for the sake of the mission? Huh. But my mother, she always thought I'd make amends and start anew. Maybe it's time I did just that. It's number 3.
It's number 3. So let's have a quick deduction then.
What if it was Gil who killed his partner, Randall Lee, under Mitchell's orders?
I mean, that would make sense, wouldn't it? I still think Randall is still working with O'Leary to make sure the fight happens. Why is the fight so important that it happens, not just for legal betting? It's got to be something more, right? Got to be something more. Another sticker. It's a lab for something.
Hey, it's all right. Don't be afraid, little girl. I don't want to scare you, okay?
Vita, no hurt.
What the?
Once upon a time, there was a brave, seafaring little girl called...
Brunhilda.
Hi, my name is Brunhilda, and I'm very happy,
said Brunhilda. And then Brunhilda, who had a beautiful name...
Really beautiful?
A really beautiful name, ran into someone very special.
Oh, who was it?
A sea cat called John.
I'm a sea cat. My name is John. Hi, John the cat. I really like sea cats. Hi, Brunhilda. I'm going to use my seafaring wisdom to help you. You're out of a cage, too.
No, besides.
You say silly things, John the cat. So what are you going to help me do? Bake some delicious pies. I love pies. Which is your favorite? Wow, that's a very hard question. But John the cat, it's the easiest question in the world. Let me show you how easy it is. My favorite pie is... apple. Whoa, Brunhilda. That's exactly what I was about to say.
Bird, John, Brunhilda, Fund.
What's going on?
Do play. Each look.
Okay.
Hi, Bird. Why are you wearing that mask?
Weil, gas.
Well, maybe we should get out of here. What do you think, Bern? And what about you, Brunhilde? Don't you think that?
So I've got a little girl. They got her as a hostage to make sure something goes down. That's yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, even criminals, even criminals must deal with safety. So why? So why are we looking at that? Okay, so we've seen the fact that they're making drugs for athletes. That's why we were seeing those over there. It's to push us.
Subject: Brunhilde Gruner. Treatment: Day 1500. The patient's ability to speak continues to diminish. Now she can only pronounce the occasional word in German. Tissue degeneration persists. And yet, perhaps due to drastic reduction of benzylprodine dosage and an increase of anupropion, we have observed a 3% of deceleration of said degeneration. Furthermore, and perhaps this is the best finding so far, the subject exhibits a mild recovery of her speaking. It's not a lot, and yet we are on the right track. All hope is not lost. Subject, Craig Spano. Treatment, Day 0. The subject is a veteran baseball player who has lost speed, strength, and agility due to the regular aging process. The patient refers intense pain on the right scapula, most likely caused by an old injury. The goals of our medical approach are twofold. To relieve pain caused by the prior injury so that the subject can play without symptoms, and to help the patient regain the physical condition lost in the aging process, thus allowing him to perform at elite levels. Treatment. Day 120. The patient no longer feels pain when using his right arm, circumstance that allows him to pitch without fear. So far, the only side effect seems to be a slight euphoria experienced 3 hours after dosage, which subsides 4 hours later, taking the patient on an emotional roller coaster of sorts with bouts of mild trembling. Treatment. Day 341. Moments of euphoria and boosted physical performance have become increasingly short, while the ensuing periods of depression and weakness have become longer, including severe tremor. Although we have met all therapeutic goals, we will proceed to terminate the treatment in order to avoid causing irreparable physical and mental damage to the patient.
Well, yeah, because if they're experimental, you just don't know how safe they were. Yeah, neither do I. Enough of that.
A list of names? Somehow related to chemical agents?
Bobby Ailes is removed.
Mitchell is cashing in by selling drugs to enhance athletes' performances. The worst part of Mitchell's scheme isn't that it's illegal or unethical, it's that he didn't even care about compromising the athlete's health.
Yeah.
Gil? You know you're not allowed down here. You know you're not allowed.
You bastard! I kill you right here, right now!
I don't know.
You don't know? I know you're testing drugs on that girl.
Brunhilde? No, she's my daughter. She was born with a degenerative disease, a rare condition similar to the Angelman syndrome. There are only 4 known cases like hers, and none of the patients reached the age of 5. But I couldn't give up. I continued to research and found something. It didn't make her better, but anyway, that same treatment used on healthy subjects seems to improve their stamina and their reflexes. It also seems to improve their pain threshold. Somehow, the Reich heard about my experiments and tried to recruit me to create super soldiers. Yes, that Reich. We're talking late 30s, Berlin. I escaped with Brunhilde and came to your country. But the American military also heard about me. I spent the entire war experimenting with drugs on soldiers. Some were highly effective, I must say. When the war was over, my experiments were discarded. I was forbidden all access to the drugs, and Brunhilde got worse. But then God sent me Angus Mitchell. We had met during the war, and he came to offer me a deal. I would make drugs for athletes, and he would sell them. With my earnings, I could pay for Brunhilde's treatment. What else do you want me to say?
What are the long-term effects of those drugs?
It depends on the patient, but they all develop an addiction, even Brunhilde. They also suffer other symptoms. Some become delirious. She's losing muscle mass by the day. Others lose their ability to focus. And some, slowly but surely, lose it all.
About those pills.
Yeah, about them. I know we're running longer than than I expected to.
There was a bottle there before.
There was a bottle there before, wasn't there?
There was a bottle there before.
That wasn't the one we're looking for.
What is he looking at?
Yeah, back to normal.
Don't dwell on it, Josh. You had to tell him the truth in order to protect Brunhilde. I would have done the same thing. Finish packing up your things and stop torturing yourself, okay?
Thanks, Angus. I won't be long.
Oh, honey. You like living here? Yeah, me too. But we have to go somewhere else, and it's all that bad cat's fault. Yes, sweetie. We're going to a new home now. A prettier one. And you'll be happier there. Now go with Papa, honey. Give him a kiss. Go on. Give him a kiss. Go on. I'm sorry about this, Josh, but we gave it our best, didn't we?
Huh? What? What do you mean, Angus?
Yeah, what's up, Doc? Yeah.
I wish it hadn't come to this.
Angus, what's wrong?
Goodbye, Josh.
Oh, he's gonna send me.
hope you're happy, you son of a bitch. They were good people. I hope that made you feel better. I like it when you smile.
Alan,
you're so far from the truth. What the?
I pressed it to move away. I did it.
I hope you're happy, you son of a bitch. They were good people. I hope that made you feel better. I like it when you smile.
I mean, he is looking like the Cockney bit with a flat cap.
You're so far from
braces,
the
you know.
What the?
Yeah.
The mask would buy me a bit of extra time. The question was, how much?
Aha.
Spano just ran out that way.
Wait, what? I was wondering that myself.
The mask was barely working. I needed fresh air.
What's up, Spooder? How you doing, man? Fair enough. Are you getting chased? Are you having to shoot things down so you can get to safety properly? Nice.
Craig's Fatto is back! Did you miss me?
Well, at least someone's happy.
Who wants to see a home run? Now you're gonna see. Bring it on! Let's go!
Don't tell me you've taken some of the pills. A Planet of the Apes reference. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, look at his eyes.
No.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, too soon. Live, damn you, whoops. And I say York Morgan was making the corpses mount up. That really is, isn't it?
Don't torture yourself. You did everything you could.
Will he make it?
The doctors think so. They found him unconscious by the basement door.
What?
Really? Yeah, but... Wait. Okay, Mitchell was trapped in the basement. No, okay. So what we're not getting here? What am I doing here? What am I doing here? There was a fourth there. What am I not seeing here? What am I not seeing here, guys? Is that Elite Frontiers? So we know we got that. We know that. We know there's a bottle on his arm. I just tried that one. See? It's not that either. Isn't that always the way? Well, no, if it's missing the last clue, this bit wouldn't come up for it. Even though, unless I'm looking for something else, you know. Where's that one?
Could Gil have blocked the basement door from the outside to kill Mitchell?
You think? That's a serious accusation. Are you sure, or is this just a theory of yours?
I'm positive. Gil told me himself. Mitchell practically forced him to work for him. And I've got reasons to believe that Gil is a bit trigger-happy. Besides, I'd say he wasn't even really unconscious when they found him. That he was just pretending.
Huh. You think Gil was involved in the previous murders?
What if it was Gil who killed his partner, Randall Lee, under Mitchell's orders?
Another serious accusation. Are you sure?
Yes. Everything points in that direction, including my gut.
Wait. Couldn't Mitchell be Randall Lee's murderer?
So he misses with 2 shots at point-blank range, and then he hits a guy smack in the forehead from across the street? No. Mitchell is not the sniper who wiped out Randall Lee.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But we still don't know what caused Craig Spano's death.
Now we have a thingy. There we go.
There's no doubt about it. Spano took drugs from the lab, and they killed him.
But if that were true, how many more athletes are in danger? And most importantly, who are they? Is Bobby Yale involved?
I didn't see them all, but write down these names. Peter Lowe, Xavier Chains, Helen Moore, Bill Goldman, Miles Benton, Alexander Wood, Jacob Ziegler, and yes, Bobby Yale.
Thanks. Saving lives for a change, huh? In any case, thanks for the call. I was starting to think you'd never trust the police again.
I don't trust the cops. I trust you.
Hey, John. Surprise. It could have given a tip to a friend, don't you think? Or is that only the case when I helped you?
Get that guy out of here. All right. Let's get this over with. When the war ended, Mitchell convinced Groon to use his super soldier drugs on elite athletes. Somehow, Dunn found out about Mitchell's scheme. So when Mitchell heard that Dunn was onto him, he ordered Randall Lee to kill him and frame Yale for the murder. Then, he made Randall search Dunn's house and the gym for any incriminating evidence he might have had against him. The poor cleaning lady died almost by chance. When you stuck your nose in the case, he tried to scare you by sending his thugs to give you a beating. And when that didn't work, he asked Randall Lee to finish you off on the gym rooftop. But Randall not only failed, he got captured. So Mitchell ordered Gil to put a bullet through his head, which only made Gil upset. You kept getting closer and closer to the point of discovering his headquarters. When Mitchell realized he was cornered, he burned his bridges by setting the lab on fire, along with Dr. Groon and his daughter. Gil saw the opportunity to get back at Mitchell, so he blocked the only exit so that he would also die in the fire. Did I leave any loose ends?
Just a few. But don't worry about it. I'll take care of them now. So I guess thanks for everything.
Makes perfect sense. But hey, at least we got rid of the doctor, eh? Because he was nightmare fuel.
In your classic noir films and novels,
solved it.
Solving a case never amounts to a happy ending. The detective is always left with a sense of bitterness. A feeling that, before he took the case, the world was a better place. That he was a better person.
Come on, now speed it out.
Sometimes I just let my character get the best of me.
What do you want from me?
I told Stone what I knew. That he was going to let Yale win.
World War II.
That if he didn't, O'Leary would destroy Helen Moore's career. And that Moore was doomed either way. Or would be, as soon as America discovered her sweetheart was on drugs.
I don't believe you. No way. Who sent you?
Today? Nobody.
And what if I did believe you? What would that change? If I don't do this for her, how could I ever look her in the eyes? How could we stay together?
You think you'll stay together when you lose your title and they accuse her of doping?
At least I know I tried.
O'Leary's world is long gone. Now TV rules the roost. Sporting scandals and rigged fights can only reduce their credibility, not to mention their ratings. If you take a dive and word gets out, you lose much more than just a fight.
Is it all about being professional to you?
Suit yourself. But trust me, your manager is a murderer. Get as far away from him as possible.
Hey, Blacksad.
I'll think about it.
Yeah. Who are you? I'm Batman. I mean, if this is the end of the game, I might as well finish it while I'm here. If it's not, then I'll, when the next chance I get, I'll call it. It feels like the end of the game, doesn't it?
Yale confirmed to me that Dunn found out that Mitchell was giving him meds. That was the reason they argued the evening of his death.
In fact, I was clean at the time. hadn't used for days. I didn't want to go down that road. I wanted to follow Joe.
But he discovered everything.
He didn't believe me when I said I had nothing to do with it.
But you used again.
Only after his death. I needed to cope.
But the drugs gave you a panic attack.
Yeah. But I've been clean ever since.
Mitchell gave you the pills when he stopped by the hospital. Hence, your miraculous recovery. Are you planning on taking them before the fight? Don't do it, Bobby.
Someone has to save the gym. I owe it to Joe. And Sonia. And my Aunt Mary.
Your father would never have done this.
What?
I told Yale everything I knew about his father's death. I couldn't say how he took it. Just like I can't tie it to the mysterious drowning of Desmond O'Leary, who appeared dead in the Hudson River next to Pier 27 several weeks later.
Oh dear, O'Leary went, eh? Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't do drugs. You're a good boy, aren't you? He's a good boy. Yeah, he's a good boy.
Stone and Yale hadn't taken away the bitterness I felt. I needed a friend. He was outraged that I hadn't given him the tip, but he let it go as soon as I bought him a milkshake. After the perfect storm of corruption and murder, only friendship could reconcile me with the world. Only that could make me believe in mankind again.
Have a nice
Only
day.
that could cleanse my soul. Only that. And money.
Sorry, wrong mankind.
In your standard noir novel, Yale and Stone would be punished for breaking the rules. There would be justice for Sonia, the victim. But this was the real world. As the detective who had cracked the case, I just had to get my paycheck and be on my way.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Blacksad. Mr. Thorpe is on his way. Care to take a seat while you wait?
I guess I'll just have to wait.
He'll be here in a minute. Please, take a seat.
Yeah, I would say so, Corn.
No matter how many curveballs destiny throws his way, he always manages to land on his feet. When he was a rising sports talent, the war put an end to his career, so he became a war hero. After the war, he didn't end up like Gil or like me. He became an elite athlete, a Hall of Fame football star. When an accident left him in a wheelchair, he went on to succeed in advertising. The last time I climbed a skyscraper, I had very different intentions. I wasn't there to claim my reward. I was there to punish someone.
Well, it seems like the people have been punished, so don't worry about it. But I guess more than one playthrough will get the other stickers. Oh, I'm half expecting that, dude.
No, that's not possible. But what if Tim Thorpe was somehow involved in Mitchell's operation?
Mr. Blacksad, Mr. Thorpe is running later than expected, but he insists on meeting you, if you don't mind.
Sure, as long as you help me fight off this boredom.
That's not in my job description, but...
If I had her markings on my skin, would I be the same person? Would my name be different?
No, I wasn't going to zoom in there. Filth. I think you're right, though. I really do think you're right, though.
If my hunch is right, there should be a meeting with Mitchell noted somewhere in Thorpe's agenda. Well, you see, I've got a problem. In order to figure out how much Mr. Thorpe owes me, I need to know what day I started working on the case. But I can't remember. You wouldn't have that written down, would you?
It sure wasn't on my shift. I'd remember. Let me see.
Okay. So October 10th, let's have a look. Bobby Yale, Reg McNeil,
What? Dunn was here 2 days before he died? Why didn't Thorpe ever mention that?
I'm sorry. but your name's not on here.
Yeah.
Wait, I just remembered something. The day I came, Joe Dunn had just walked out the door.
Well, no. You don't have any appointments. Although, I guess I could have forgotten to write you in. Mr. Dunn, who's usually very kind, left in a flurry. He even slammed Mr. Thorpe's door.
Okay. Now I know I have to get into Thorpe's office.
And he didn't even say goodbye.
Yes, that was the day. You don't recall me because the minute I saw Dunn stomp out, I followed him. I never actually came in.
Of course. That explains it.
No doubt. So, since it looks like Mr. Thorpe won't be here soon, I think I'll go take a walk down the hall. Gotta stay in shape.
It's like, yeah, whatever.
Come on, Thorpe. Tell me there's a back door to your office.
We're not by the restroom. So, ooh. Office, meeting room, lift, lobby, men's.
Should I play the Smirnoff trump card again?
Yeah, go from the back door. Meh.
Smirnoff didn't know what to think. He asked me to watch out and call him as soon as I had more information. He also told me that Gil had finally talked. He denied having blocked the basement door and said the truck door opened, but he got knocked on the head as soon as he tried to get out. He then woke up when the police found him beside the basement door. Obviously, the same person who had jammed the door had carried him there.
We'll have to go through the WC there, won't we? Are we saying that potentially he doesn't need his wheelchair? Are we thinking it was him that locked the door? To try and get rid of me at the same time?
If Weekly were here, I'd have to tie his hands behind his back.
Is that what we're thinking?
So, you had something to do with that chest expander after all.
I mean, the one next to his was the boardroom, though. That was the problem. However... yeah, it's very obvious, isn't it? It's like, oh no, who put that obvious window washing machine there? Oh no.
It's a bit strange to see no office chair behind a desk until you remember the desk's owner is in a wheelchair.
That's a good point. Very good continuity.
But one of the strengths, the accuracy of his throw. I earned the nickname Iron Arm. I used to throw the ball in 50 miles, and yeah, when whatever it wanted. And my coach, the great Joffrey Sachs, and so I worked hard. I did, but Pearl Harbor. I enlisted immediately. After losing a partner in combat, a serious injury, I asked to be relocated. I became a sniper. I know I shouldn't say this, but I was one of the best in the Army, and it was all thanks to my accuracy. No, it was all thanks to Jeffrey Sachs. I wonder how many Americans that man saved with my arm. After these words, Tim Thorpe is moved almost to tears and asks me to take a break. It's shocking to see how an athlete and soldier, a man whose aim and skill won him a Medal of Honor and the nickname Surgeon among his brothers in arms. That can't be. I mean, it could be a coincidence, but no.
You called it, Corn?
Why am I surprised? In every investigation, there comes a point where every single lead seems to go down the drain. And you have to retrace your steps to get back on the right track. I better not use it. It might be connected to the switchboard at the front desk. Oh, crap. Of course.
Yeah, it really is.
Wait, what if Groon's drugs helped Thorpe walk?
Right.
Of course. It wasn't Mitchell or Gill. It was Thorpe who shot Randall at the hospital.
Are we on the right track with that? You would have thought I were the same though. Excellent as a sniper. Right, so Thorpe killed Randall. Right, okay. Tell you what, turn that off again so you can see. There is a clue bit there. We have to work that out though. See, clues allow for a new deduction. So, what am I missing? Are we going to brute force this again? I don't get what we need to say. Right, okay, so someone's... may have to brute force this. I don't like brute forcing something like this, but we may have to. There we go.
That's it. Thorpe is the man behind the whole drug operation. Everything adds up now. And yet I can already hear Smirnov telling me I have no conclusive evidence. What if I set a trap for Thorpe? But how?
Set a trap for Thorpe, okay. It's like catnip. Yeah. Okay, so what we doing here? See, they go together though. Right, so lure him into a trap and keeps that there, so. There we go.
Ha! What if I place Thorpe's gun up there and corner him so that he has to stand up to get it?
Well, I got all deductions in the game done.
The show was about to begin. All I needed was an audience and some patience.
Stop it!
Arr! Don't you know who you're dealing with, matey?
What a silly man.
Mutiny! You wants to be shark bait, do ya? Oh, Blacksad. I feel terrible for keeping you waiting.
John.
But you see, there was mutiny on board, so...
Stop.
See what I have to put up with. All right, helmswoman, to the cabin with you! Onward!
Aye, Captain.
Come along, Blacksad. Julie, don't let anyone bother us.
I could have done this in another episode, but considering looking at the time, it's half one.
Will you wait in the boardroom for me, please?
But...
I'll just be a minute then. I think you've already suffered enough.
Okay.
And think about where you'd like to have dinner tonight, okay? You see, I'm not gonna pay you for solving the case.
Wow. I thought you were the kind of man who was true to his word.
No, it's not that. You'll get every penny we agreed on, and more. But not because you solved the case, but for her. 2 days ago, she wanted to end it all. Drop out of college, sell the gym. Too many wounds to heal. But through your incredible work, you managed to heal them. Well, perhaps not completely. It takes time to get over something like this. But at least, thanks to you, Sonia wants to be happy. She has hope. I'm going to help her make Dunn's Gym the best in the city. Who would have ever guessed it, huh?
I'm happy for her. She's been through a lot, and honestly, I wasn't sure she'd make it.
Well, she hasn't just yet. But she will in time. Anyway, back to the case. All those people you confronted. Gil, the German doctor, even Mitchell. Huh. I would have never suspected him. Did they say anything? Why did they do it? Did they mention any accomplices?
They did mention a certain surgeon.
Surgeon? You have any idea who that could be?
A journalist told me. Ring a bell?
I'm sure you've got good intentions, but you're wrong. What makes you think that? I'm sure there's an explanation.
I know that you were a highly skilled sniper. It was you who shot Randall Lee at the hospital.
Have you seen me, Blacksad? How could I possibly do that?
I know you ordered Randall Lee to kill Joe Dunn. And you tried to frame Bobby Yale, who had recently given up your medical services.
Joe was my friend. Don't you get it? I hired you to solve this damn case. You think that's what a murderer would do?
Only because you thought I'd blame Bobby Yale and drop the case. But as soon as I realized something wasn't right, you sent Randall Lee and Gil to give me a scare. And when all that failed, you ordered Lee to kill me.
You're the type that won't open his jaws once he's got his prey, aren't you?
I think I've made that clear enough by now.
Put yourself in my place for a minute. You're a promising football player who just got back from the war, but you're still a nobody. The man you saved kindly opens his house to you, and that man is still undone by his wife's passing. He works all day at his gym, and he drinks himself to sleep at night. So you practically end up raising his daughter.
Big props to Korn for guessing.
You give her her very first abacus. You encourage her to further her education. You comfort her when she misses her mother and her father. Meanwhile, your sporting career takes off. Life is good. Until one day, out of the blue, an accident cripples you. An old friend, Mitchell, tells you he knows someone who can help you. A German doctor. His drugs take some time to work, but they do wonders. You manage to walk for short bursts at a time, little by little. And those bursts keep getting longer. But the drugs aren't cheap at all. So you have to find a way to pay for them, don't you see?
I do see.
So you started by selling drugs to athletes. Then you decided to start an advertising agency to hire those same athletes. Drugs would help them excel, and you'd get better ad deals. The perfect business model. Your first client? Craig Spano. His career had hit a rough patch, so he was the guinea pig for your new operation. And yet, when the drug started having serious side effects, you got rid of him. Afraid he would talk, you tried to kill him. That's why he hid. From then on, your business was smooth sailing. You even began to think you were above the law. You thought that you were untouchable. Until Joe Dunn found out, and then, 2 days before his unfortunate death, he came to see you.
That's enough now. You stop it. Now, I don't know if I'm above the law, but I am sure as hell not beneath it. Do you know how much power I have? The kind of people I eat with every day? I could shoot you right now, and nothing would happen to me.
With that gun you keep in your drawer? I'm afraid not. I placed your pistol out of reach, just in case you happen to confirm my suspicions, Iron Arm. And now, if you'll excuse me, I have an appointment with the police.
I won't let anyone wreck my life again. Sonia and I, we deserve a future.
You can come in now, Smirnoff.
Timothy Wilson Thorpe, drop your weapon. You're under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, the state will provide one for you.
Yep, every time.
Mr. Thorpe.
Uh-oh. Oh dear.
Sonia Dunn. You are under arrest for the death of Timothy Wilson Thorpe. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, the state will provide one for you.
She murdered someone.
Do you understand these rights as I have just read them to you? With these rights in mind, do you wish to speak to me? Watch your step.
Reason or not. Yeah, that was...
Everything that had happened, the last thing I was interested in was the fight. Did Will take drugs before the fight? Did Stone let him win? I had done everything in my power for things to go the way my moral compass dictated. Whether anyone would listen to me, that was another story.
Fair fight after all.
Because no matter what they tell us, our actions don't always determine our future. My moral compass. As if I even knew what that means. I didn't even know what to think of my performance throughout the case. Did I have a clear conscience? Would I have made the same decisions, given the chance?
Bad people got taken out. A lot of bad people that needed to be taken out. Innocents we had no control over. And one who took the law into her own hands when the law was there. But not a bad game at all, you know.
Top notch.
Thank you. I mean, this does mean if I do the subathon on Friday, we'll be starting with a new game. Bladed Fury. nice little different sort of games to play on stream rather than just blowing up demons in 1 and 2, which are the current PlayStation, or the weirdness of Agent York Morgan playing Deadly Premonition 2. That game's about to get weirder. Because when we play that again, we'll be meeting Professor R, or searching for Professor R, whoever they, and that's the important distinction, they, so there are multiple characters played by the same people. Makes sense. I think that's what, game 58 this year? Yeah. Game 58. Not a bad run, really. Also leaves you guys interested if you want to play the game yourselves to try different endings. Get down to the music da, 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 before we get copyright struck on YouTube. Perfect timing as well, 1 second. Yeah, sorry. That was my that was family asking if I wanted to go over to the hospital today. It's like, but hey, that's for a different time, for another thing, for another stream. So we have completed Blacksad. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I should be back Tuesday for some more of Doom. And the next time I'm on the Xbox, be it Friday or Sunday, we will be playing a game called Bladed Fury, I believe. Yes, Bladed Fury. Because, I'll show you this just before we go, just to give you a little preview. The next games are Bladed Fury, Blair Witch, Blasphemous 1, Blasphemous 2, and Bleed. And then we'll take a look at Blizzard. So these should do us for the rest of the year. Because Blasphemous and Blasphemous 2 are going to be hard-ass games. I know that for certain. Bleed 2, don't know about that. Blair Witch, fairly short. But Bladed Fury, I'm not sure on. So, as I say, I'm going to head off now. We may be doing the podcast later. Give a look out just in case we are. If we're not, then we'll see you the week after. So yeah, I will see you Tuesday for certain. But you never know when I might spring another stream on you. But take care. Have fun. Have a good day. And I'll see you later. Bye for now.